First off, I'm going to go down this article, and then we're going to go to the TOS itself, which I also have open. And we'll see what has changed, so to speak. So, in order to ensure players can continue to safely enjoy their time in Final Fantasy XIV, we've made changes to the prohibited activities as well as the related account penalty policy. Cool. Prohibited activities. Hello, Annie. How are you doing, friend? Prohibited activities. Addition of 2 prohibited activities related to the party finders. Countermeasures against vendors of real money trading. Update. In response to RMT vendors repeatedly creating fraudulent recruitment listings in the party finder, the following two activities related to the party finder have been added to the prohibited activities. Reason for the update: until now, when we discovered fraudulent recruitment. Oh my god, I can't read. Until now, when we discovered fraudulent recruitment listings by RMT vendors in the party finder, we first investigated for RMT activity before issuing penalties. However, many of these listings directed users to external websites, meaning an extensive process was required to substantiate allegations. This meant fraudulent listings were routinely visible on a daily basis, a situation which has persisted until now. This is true. Just look at guild sales by bots in your major city chats. There's just websites everywhere. Furthermore, as RMT disregard normal gameplay and only concerned with RMT activity, many of their fraudulent recruitment listings were created in the duty roulette category of the party finder. This meant that they were prominently visible upon opening the PF menu, which became a major hindrance during normal gameplay. It wasn't a hindrance, it's just annoying to fucking read, man. Like, fuck off with your sales shit. I don't care. Although various methods were considered for resolving the issue in the interest of taking swift action without requiring sets of investigations, we have deemed it necessary to prohibit the advertising of RMT services and the creation of recruitment listings in incorrect categories. Actions which are routinely done by RMT vendors. We apologize for the restrictive nature of these changes compared to how the party finder was being used until now, and appreciate your understanding. This to me is a little bit of a problem, because this muddies the waters. Alright? We'll read more. I realize there's examples, but like, why do others have to suffer, friend? It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway. Advertising offers help clear content to help earn loot, etc. via PF. It is prohibited to advertise using PF to offer help to clear duties or obtain items. A penalty issue if the act has been confirmed. That's very vague. This prohibits the act of advertising such support and does not prohibit those asking for help themselves. So, you're allowed to make a party asking for help, but you're not allowed to make a party offering help. What? It is not a violation to ask for help or offer a reward when asking for help. In the following examples that do not violate our policy, however, in the examples that do, the person offering help is advertising their services, which is prohibited. So examples of violations: selling duty clear for 1 million gil. Understandable. Selling duty clear or offering associated rewards. Join for more info or details. Examples of non-violation. I'm new. Can anyone help me clear duty? Help me clear duty and I'll pay you 1 million. I'd like to get some items from duty. We'll play 1 million gil if I can get it. This... Where does KFF fit into this? You're the friend, parties are allowed. Okay. Thank fucking God. Okay. There's no there's no selling in KFF. Or yeah, but like so neither is like offering rewards. Like that's technically not a sale either. But so it might still be invasive. Fucking god. Alright, so like overall, like this concerns me a bit. Like, don't get me wrong. I am happy that this fucking shit, like, yeah, is fucking see ya. Alright, they're gonna get jailed soon enough. Oh, I saw this in my Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I saw that now that you mention it. Needs to be a transaction. Yeah. Okay. So far, like, I'm both okay and not okay. Just because, like, this game's TOS has this problem where things get a bit too vague and they cover too much ground of certain statements. So I get fucking, like, really concerned. What's KFF? Kill for friend. Can I need to join Discord, then payment will be discussed there. I mean, payment was always discussed on Discord. Why do you think they list their Discord in the party description? Of course they don't talk about RMT in-game. They've never done that. Like, that's not gonna be what's changed. They're just gonna find ways to circumvent the rules. Yeah, like this, you're getting fucking banned. Like, this... It's always been obvious. Yeah, but if there's no written proof in game, then like you can't report them. Like Discord proof doesn't count because it's too easily doctorable. They are asking for help. No, like this. If you report this, they will still be in trouble. Like, people need to stop, man. Like, I realize people are memeing, but these memes are getting on my nerves. Like, no. Like, that can't fly. And if that did, the GMs are not doing their job. Like, I swear to God. Things like that should not reasonably fly because it's fucking obvious what they're trying to do. Pharaoh doing light content? That's very cool, but I'm doing this. I cannot, partake right now. In about a week or so, we'll know if it flies. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Anyway, moving on. Overall, like, it's a good change. Like, I understand what they're trying to do. Just, I don't like how others have to suffer. Like, it just sounds to me like anything can be construed as a problem, which is bad. And this is the problem this TOS always fucking had. What is this? Oh, I mean, yeah, I'll get to that. I have it open here. I'll get to that. I'm getting through this first. Yeah, I mean, or this is the thing. Like, they can't take Discord as proof. Or this always happened on Discord. There are Discords where sellers are, you know, like, in a group together. And all of it happens there or, like, via DM. You can't, like, get reported based on that. Congrats on my achievement under the darkened moon. Oh, thank you. Alright. Anyway, let's move on. Other solicitations that fall far outside the intended purpose of the party finder. The main purpose of the party finder is to recruit members to participate in content, and your recruitment listing does not match its intended category is prohibited. The other categories intended for recruiting players to participate in content that is not listed in the listed categories. However, as an exception, the other category may be used for the sake of recruiting members to form a community or conduct exchanges between players. Examples of these include promoting player events, housing, advertising, purchase and sale of items, recruitment of members of community groups such as link sales and free companies. It is prohibited to list any of the above in categories other than the other category. Okay, I mean, like, that's fine. Like, I don't know what world we live in where this needs to be part of TOS, but, like, this is fine, because people don't really not do that anyway. Like, people use the other category for this. People have always used the other category for this. Like, this is a non-issue. This doesn't matter either way, because people aren't that fucking dumb regardless. Yeah, like, at the end of the day, like, it's not gonna stop RMT. Like, you can't stop RMT in an MMO. Like, it's always gonna be a thing. It's a thing in every MMO. But, like, they are at least doing what they can to, like, remove it from public view. Like, just seeing it's fucking annoying. I don't know about you. Like, I'm aware it happens. I don't like that it happens. But, like, if I don't have to see it, then I don't give a shit. So, you know, that's fine. Remember the GM that went on a rampage banning anyone in the other category? Yeah, but, like, as far as we know, like, that was somewhat resolved. Like, yeah, like, that was a problem, sure. But, like, it was also because people were advertising 18+ content in the game. Which you are not allowed to do. This is not an 18+ game. And advertising it in PF does not assume consent. You have to think about it. People are advertising fucking Triple Triad in PF and wondering why they got jailed. I fucking wonder! Like, we all know it happens. It's a don't ask, don't tell situation, you know? Triple Triad, yeah. So of course they got fucking jailed because they're like openly advertising like adult content. You know, you're not allowed to do that. Anyway, like I've been over that. Like I mostly defended like the RP community, but like I can't defend just stupidity. I mean, okay, that's fine, but now we know that like they can't do that. It's entirely possible they then found a reason to actually jail them. A game or two of Triple Triad? No, I just take my clothes off anyway. Just cut to the chase, man. Cut out the bullshit. Get in, drop your pants. Anyway. Alright. So anyway, yeah, like, this is whatever, man. I don't know why this needs to be in TOS. Like, this is fucking... It's weird to put that in TOS, but... Whatever, man. Sure. Adjustments to prohibited activities documentation with clarification of what were previously announced. Power and point intention to resale. Yes, like we know housing markets and shit have always been against TOS. Like that makes sense. Hey friends. What's up? Cool. Yeah, like, we'll read the TOS in a sec. Detailed explanations and examples of prohibited activities. Sections regarding priorities that primarily arise from communication-related conflicts have been updated with explanations and examples where possible. Until now, prohibited activities were listed without specific details in order to prevent exploitation and abuse of the rules. However, we received feedback suggesting that the lack of detail made it difficult to understand what constitutes a violation, which could lead to overly sensitive reactions to non-violations or violations of the rules despite efforts to abide by them. Our rules were established with the intention of allowing players to enjoy the game with peace of mind and were not meant to become a source of anxiety for our players. This is good. Yo, what's up, Gerald? This is good. This is good. I realize it's about to get worse, but just hold up, chat. I'm getting there, I promise. As such, it may change its emphasis on clarity. However, the innumerable expressions used in communication and provided example do not cover every possible instance. Therefore, these examples should be seen as reference for learning more about a prohibited behavior, situations where you are uncertain about how to act or what to say. Sure. we'll get to that, I guess. An addition of explanation for penalty points. So now we know. Now we know how the GM system works. At long last, one of our biggest questions has been answered. We now know how what decides what punishment we are given. We now know. This being explained is good, okay? This is nice. So, penalty points refer to specific values assigned to each type of violation. Very depending on the severity of the violation type, the total summons. Okay, so like what it's saying is that like when you hit certain like numbers, like that's when your penalty goes up. So like technically, it's not on Spotify. You have to buy it. You have to buy it. It's not on Spotify. There's only like 2 songs or something. Hey Bodmans. Like, so basically, like, you could get, like, I don't know, like, so, I don't know, just use round numbers. Like, say at, like, 5 points is, like, a warning, and, like, 10 points is, like, a 3-day ban, or something. I don't know. Just pulling examples out my ass. Like, technically, like, you could have a warning, fuck up the TOS, get, like, 3 points added, and, like, nothing will happen to you. So the scary part of this is that like your point total could be going up without you even knowing it. And you're just getting closer to getting banned, but you haven't actually been banned yet. Where can I buy it? Square Enix store, I think. So like that's moderately concerning, to say the least. I don't really like this system. I think this system's a bit fucking weird. Or iTunes. Oh, iTunes as well, okay. Cool. This system is concerning. Because it's a bit fucking vague. But, you know. I don't know, depends how you rage at them, Hitman. Anyway, internal information therefore were not publicly explained till now. We have added an explanation as they are essential in understanding the system. Like the fact that they're explaining it is good. Like this is good. Like, who's the Hrothgar in the corner? I wonder, dude. Is that my boy Gerald Hart from Aussie land? How's it going, buddy? Mwah. Big love for you. Alright, so. Once again, very good change. Like, well, not like a change, but it's nice that it's being explained. Now people know how it works. Thank fucking God. Alright, roughly anyway. I want a kiss too. Me too. You haven't earned the right, chat. Implementation of a system which accrued penalties may be reduced on the number of days have passed since the penalty. Oh, thank fucking God, dude. We're finally living in the fucking 21st century. Oh my God! Finally! Oh! God! Keep reading. It's still 1984. Don't do this to me, dude. Come on. Alright. Tended to urge offenders to reflect on their violations and discourage repeat violations. However, we confirm cases of permanence of past penalties have said led to offenders to commit subsequent violations. What? For example, offenders might think penalties won't go away and may repeat violations without remorse. I don't know if that's how people thought. Hey, Chris. I don't know if that's how people really thought. I think people just like being a cunt. Like, I don't think it's any more complicated than that. Pepper Pot, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hey, Dan. I don't, alright, sure, whatever. You found that setting decay periods of penalty points to provide users a clear goal on corrective behavior and decide to implement the system in order to better promote reflection and conscious restraint from repeating past violations. Either that or we're just fucking scared of them. Who fucking knows? Dude, how many people are here? Holy shit. You're all so nice hanging out here. Since penalties lose their significance, they are raised after a short period. Penalties of the lowest severity will not start decaying until at least 1 year has passed. Those involving temporary service accounts, special or more severe, will not start decaying until a minimum of 3 to 6 years passed. Oh my god. We believe users who manage to maintain a good income during this period will not suddenly forget their long-term commitment if their reduction completely erases their accrued penalty points. Okay. So, I'm on a warning. It's been, like, I guess 2.5 years since that warning. Does that mean my points are gone now? Like, because that's more than a caution, but it's not a ban either. Like, I've not been banned. So, like, does that mean I'm now below the warning line again? Or is it just as of, like, this post? So now it starts decaying as of now. Is this a new rule? This is a new rule. It used to always be that it stays forever. This is a new rule. Thank God, about fucking time. Like, holy shit. This should always have been the case. Having them stay forever is like actual papega. And really fucking shit. And I don't think any other place does it that way. Starts from the point of the warning. Okay, so like, man, they're gonna have to have adjusted a lot of people's fucking points, dude. I wonder if they got to me yet. Alright, this means I can probably call someone a cunt in PF and still only get a warning again. Yes! Or I can put slut in my search info again and only get a warning for it again. Wicked. The countdown towards a reduction will reset at that point if you get another one. Okay, yeah. Alright, sick, dude. I mean, like, this is, like, that's good. Like, this is objectively good. So, having read this, and now I've not read the TOS again yet, so I hold the fucking phone, obviously. But what I'm seeing here is mostly actually good shit. Like, just on the surface, this looks okay. Like, none of this is really that bad. This needs more clarification. This is still a bit concerning. But I guess we'll see. So, TOS. Okay. I'm not gonna read the whole fucking TOS to you. So, like, has anything changed in here? No. So, like, this has always been like this, and, like, you know, as it fucking should be. So, alright. In general, all expression of an scene in decent danger are prohibited if a report hasn't been filed and use of emotes or character movements in a way that are sexually explicit. What? You mean I can't do press-ups on my friends in Limster anymore? Come on, man. I wanted to imagine fucking their ass! That's all I wanted. Using a combination of emotes and motions to mimic grinding against another character. Using movements that are evocative of sexual activities. fuck happened that they had to put this in the TOS? What happened? Like, how many reports do they get about this? Oh, man. Oh, man, at least this means I can report Lala's for, like, standing under my skirt now. Thank fucking God. Alright, no, right, yeah, here's the deal, chat. Like, there's two prongs to this. Number one, why do you do this anyway? If you do this anyway, you're just fucking weird. Like, I don't think it's reportable. I don't agree that you should be given a fucking penalty. That's dumb. Unless they're, like, literally following you around and doing it. But, like, why do you do that? Why do people do this in the first place? It's weird. Check Discord. What the fuck? Was that a mistell? Or like, is someone taking the piss? Okay, interesting. Anyway, yeah, like, I don't agree that this should be fucking, like, bannable. But it is fucking annoying. And I wish people wouldn't do this, because it's just fucking stupid. Like, it's annoying as fuck when people keep doing this to you. But unless they're following you around, I don't think it should be, like, that fucking... It shouldn't really be that reportable. Anyway... Right, okay, so like this is new. I'll lament this is new. This was not there before. Obscene indecent expressions range from relatively mild to severe, and some of the relatively mild expression may be tolerated among friends. Therefore, in a private environment, only friends are present, whether it's tolerated or not. Case will be judged on whether or not a report was made. Alright, so basically don't joke report your friends. You might actually get banned. Like... If all members of a free company think that slightly vulgar jokes are not a problem or not cause offence, and use the expression for slightly vulgar jokes in the free company question will not be considered a violation unless it is reported. However, the perception of slightly vulgar jokes varies from person to person. Possibility that what you consider to be slightly vulgar may be considered upset by others. Please be careful making these kinds of expressions. This whole, like... Bro, like, this doesn't help clarify anything. Like, in a Friends FC, like, you're gonna be fine. But, like, in a bigger FC, you make, like, a remotely adult joke. Like, I think, like, if the FC says, like, you know... adults only, I don't think you should be reported for, like, making just, like, you know, slightly bad taste jokes or whatever. Like, I think that's fucking dumb. Like, let people have some fucking fun, dude. Be prepared, people might snitch on you. Yeah, like, in a big FC, fuck that. Like, I wouldn't risk it. Unilaterally exclude, like, objectively exclude, like, from all viewpoints. So, like, this is, like, this is still too fucking vague. In the case of role-playing involving mildly sexual expressions such as ERP with a consenting group of 2 or more players... Can I have your fucking gangbangs, boys? I like how aware they are of this. This is great. I love this. Orgies are on, boys! If it is conducted in a private area, it will not be considered a violation unless a report is made. So, like, once again, you're not allowed to, like, joke report your friends. And, like, you know, you can't, I guess, if you report someone because they're bad at ERP, like, you might actually get banned. They might actually get banned. But yeah, like, I'm kind of memeing. Like, why would you joke report? Like, what's the fucking point, man? It takes too fucking long. Just don't do that anyway. Like, that's common sense. As you can see, expressions that fall... If you encourage your invited player to participate in such role play without being certain of their consent. Like, yeah, I mean, like, this is a given, right? Like... Of course. Yeah, if you try and force people to fucking ERP with you, you should be banned. You should also be put on a fucking list. As you can see, expressions that fall under this category are generally prohibited, so even if one player who witnessed such an expression finds it offensive, there's a high possibility it will be reported. What is considered offensive will vary from person to person, so you believe there's a chance you may offend someone, you should refrain from making such expressions. Okay. Please note, Square Enix may issue a penalty at its discretion even if a report has not been filed, but the act is found being conducted in public areas such as Say and Shout, search comments, party finder, online video streaming services, if the behavior is found to violate real-world laws, or if it may be considered a problem based on the game's entertainment board ratings. Okay, so this is not saying you can't shout on stream. This is saying if you're breaking the law, then it's a problem. Like... okay, like that's all right. However, this also implies that GMs monitor the game. GMs don't actively monitor the game. Like, they don't. They never fucking do. No one ever gets banned for shit unless they get reported. This one line is the capstone for every key point. Yeah, but like, if the act found being conducted is found to violate real-world laws or may be considered a problem based on the game's entertainment board ratings. Like, that doesn't mean that's not the same as if you call out something without mentioning names and whatever, you're breaking TOS. Like, that's a different thing. That's not what they're saying. They are not saying you can't fucking, like... I make fucking cock jokes all the time. But I don't make it about, like, this game. Like, I'm not... Like, I'm not... Just you wait. Like, yeah, like, obviously we'll see. Right? Obviously we'll see. But this does imply that they, like, monitor the game, which they don't fucking do. Like, ever. And I don't think that's about to change. Because if they monitored the game in any way, then all the fucking bots on the market board over there would be banned. Because it's very easy to fucking tell when someone is botting. Just as an example. So I'm not that worried yet. But you said there is more. We will move on. Actions that inflict emotional distress by using expressions related to historical events or crime. Yeah, I mean, like, if you say shit like this, you're just fucked up anyway. So, like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, this is... Yeah, you should be fucking banned for that. That's not new, by the way. That's always been there. You know, if you want to make, like, bad taste jokes and shit, like, you make it with your friends only. I don't know why you'd say that to literally anyone else. Like, if you say that kind of shit in public, you should absolutely expect to get fucking banned. Anyway, stalking. It's prohibited to stalk a player as described in the following examples. If a report has been filed and payment activities confirmed, a penalty will be issued. Alright. Persistently moving to locations where someone is despite being asked to stop. Persistently sending messages to someone or directed at someone through tele or other means despite being asked to stop. Ambushing someone at their destination, housing, estate despite being asked to stop. Persistently sending a friend or party request despite being asked to stop. Creating new characters to message someone who's blacklisted you. Attempt to make contact in the game with someone despite official authorities forbidding contact. Fucking yikes. So, like, you know, breaking or restraining order. Like, this is fine. Like, yeah, stalking's fucking weird. Don't do it. The problem for me with this is proving it. Like, if someone is moving to where you are constantly, how do you prove that? Like, the problem has always been proof. Like, you should be able to call a GM and have them literally follow you around. And see the person doing it. Like, I hope that's what you can do now. Because, like, if you can't do that, it's almost impossible to fucking prove that someone was doing that. So, can't the GM be banned? No, because they'll be invisible, probably. I'm pretty sure GMs can go invisible. It's very likely. Is this some new rules for Endwalker? No, like, a lot of this isn't really new. Like, some of it is, but some of it isn't. So, like, overall, this is cool. Like, yeah, stalking's fucking annoying. I've been stalked before. I've had people follow me around and shit until I leave the area. Like, it's fucking annoying, man. Because they know what they're doing. You know they know what they're doing. Like, it's just a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. It's like the most childish fucking, like, incel behavior I've ever seen. Luckily, the people that did it to me just get banned over time anyway because they're an arsehole to literally everyone. So, you know, it's alright. If I only have to deal with it for so long because eventually they're gone regardless. Alright, doxing people, basically, is what this is. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, don't dox people, like, okay, like, that's not new, by the way, that's, yeah. Nuisance behavior, offensive expressions, alright. Yeah, there's nothing surprising about doxing being against TOS, who would have thought? Alright. The following behaviors are prohibited. Using words such as stupid, idiot, die, crazy. Okay. This is 100% just translated from Japanese. I mean, I fucking hope so, but how the fuck is crazy toxic in any way? Like, the only way I can think of this being at all, like, offensive, if like, the context is, like, being really, like, ableist towards somebody. Like, I feel like there's context needed here. Like, if you're being, like, really ableist, like, you know, like, fucking dropping the R word at them, calling them crazy, then at that point, alright. Yeah, maybe. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't think anyone, like... I don't think anyone can otherwise be offended by the word crazy. Like, what the fuck? Hello? Yeah, at that point, like, sussy baka. No, a sussy baka should be bannable, because being overly fucking cringe should be bannable. I don't know if I'm joking or not. Moron is not on the list. True! Anyway, garbage or trash, like, man, every ultimate party ever is getting reported and banned. Oh god. Every UCOB and UU party I join, banned. Someone's already calling someone, like, garbage. Always. In addition, if you do not use the right words, blaming and attacking the other, so it's player's name's fault we wiped, or you really make a lot of mistakes, or rephrasing in certain words, what? Are you fucking kidding? Alright. No, rewind. This is not new, okay? Right, I'm just gonna say this right now. And this is why I was just kind of shaking my head at people getting so upset, right? This is not new. They are literally giving examples of what they were using to ban people in the first place. Right? None of this is really new. If anything, this helps. The problem is, it doesn't solve the problem. The TOS is still a fucking mess. Like, you know, people acting like this was just added are wrong. This was added like 2 years ago. But the wording just doesn't make it any better. Like, this wording just makes it seem like you literally can't call anything out. Because... Like, you can't even combat people. You can't, like, if someone says this shit to you and you don't like it, if you say the way you talk disgusts me, you're then in the firing line instead. Does this mean both people get banned? Like, your glamour is terrible and you should quit the game. Like, if Asman ever does a glamour competition again, like, he's banned. I have to now get rid of my rate glamour. Point reward. Because now people are gonna think I'm insulting them. Like, the problem is, I think this all comes from, like, a place of culture. Nice bait, Ori. No report for me today. I'm a TOS abiding citizen. Never actually rate them, so you should be fine. Yeah, true. I'll rate your glamours in a bit. I'm busy. I don't know, man. This is definitely weird. Just gonna put on like some fucking drum and bass. I don't know, whatever. Okay. Push people to go silent in PF. We already had to go silent. This is the thing, Rootkit. Like, as I've said, like, this shit isn't new. This was added like 2 years ago. But now they're just clarifying it. So now but all it's really done is just confirm to us that saying anything against anybody for any reason is bannable. Or, you know, jailable, whatever. So unfortunately, it doesn't really, like, help with the anxiety of, like, wanting people to get better, but not knowing how to say it. Because any way you say it, other than, like, pretending to smile and wave at them, which just feels bad anyway, because it feels disingenuous, like, is bannable. Call me an idiot within 4 minutes. I mean, I won't do that, like, but sure. Sorting others of statements unrelated to the subject just said, no wonder you can't do this. Look at how you dress your character. Like, what happened for this to be against TOS? Like, who even says that? Your bad must be your glamour. Who even fucking says that? What the fuck? Uraeus coat, you must be grey. PvP gear must be a shit raider. Yeah, no, they come back at you with like the way you talk disgusts me, and all of a sudden they're reportable too. Alright, well, whatever, I guess. Threatening them, statements that if I get on my bad side, you'll be ostracized from this community. I can have you. Okay, I mean, like this is a really twatish thing to say, and if you say this, and you're clearly, like, fucking 14 years old. So, like, when you say this, like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think you should be reported for that, because it's just the weirdest thing to say. Accusatory expressions or sarcastic remarks without offering any constructive advice. Statements such as people like you will never get better. I mean, I literally say this, but I say why. I say this, but I also say why. I say, like, if you don't like start understanding this mechanic, you're not gonna get past it, for example. I say the shit, but I offer the constructive bit, so it's okay, right, guys? Attacking someone for doing something different to what you other others may feel is the norm. For example, when running alliance raids or playing PvP, it's prohibited to make statements such as, "Why aren't you doing specific thing? Everyone knows that's how you do this." Yeah, but like they're griefing you if they don't do it that way. They're griefing you if you do it. If they, you know, like this is like going into LPDU. PFs and trying to do your static strats, and then people being mad at you for not doing it the LPDU way, even though you haven't read how to do it the LPDU way. But that's apparently against TOS now. Like, that's literally what that's saying. Just report first. Well, like, again, like, it's always kind of been that way. Like, you have to report first, or you risk getting yourself banned. I always use this, this analogy of, like, the We Happy Few situation, where you take drugs and put on masks to pretend you're happy even though you're not. And this is just enforcing that belief for me. It's that, like, you know, you just have to pretend everything's okay when it's not okay. And, like, yes, it's just a fucking game, sure. But, like, when you're passionate about something and you want to help, but you can't because people don't give a fuck, you kind of feel like you want to tell them that you're trying to help, but they don't give a fuck. Once again, I'll say it again, none of this is new. Like, this has always been a thing for years now. But the clarification hasn't, like, solved this anxiety issue that they're trying to solve. They're just enforcing the fact that if you try in any way, like, compel a playstyle, then you're in the wrong. Yeah, like, in EU, this is especially a problem, because, like, culture clashes and language barriers can make anything sound fucking bad. Hitman, put your fucking clothes on. There's nothing wrong providing suggestions that a player community typically follows, but this can only be presented in the form of a suggestion. It cannot be in the form of a demand. If said player's actions interfering with the gameplay of others, then a penalty can be issued once the report is filed and confirmed. However, in this type of situation, if said player is also being attacked verbally, penalty can be issued to both players. Well, thank God for that, I guess. Alright. Mocking is another person for making mistakes. How can you screw up something so simple that no one else messes up? Like, this is the kind of shit that I say on stream, but I don't say it, like, in-game. I say that on stream. Mocking or ridiculing on a player has been knocked out by using emotes such as laugh, jumping, or using items on the top of their character's body. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, are you actually, like, sucking on my nuts right now? Alright, are you fondling my balls right now? No, you're not, because that would feel nice. What the fuck is this? I guess in this point, like, just... Like, here's the thing. You also can't report people on behalf of someone else, chat, right? So... people watching you do that can't report you. The person who is the victim has to report it. So if you do that with friends, like, it's fine. Essentially. And this has been confirmed. Like, I've seen examples of this happening where, like, someone's tried to report someone who was, like, stalking me at the time. And then, like, the GM literally said we can't accept reports made on behalf of other people. So there is at least that. Like, keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. I don't know if that makes things better for or not for you, chat, but yeah, anyway. Like, this is basically saying, like, teabagging isn't allowed, though. Like, the closest example is, like, teabagging in Halo. Make a statement that will hurt the reputation of someone in public areas. As reported, okay. Alright, okay, so this is what people wanted me to see, I guess, right? This is what people wanted me to see. Like, this is why I hide names, chat. This is why I hide, this is why I hide names. I never mention names when talking about stuff that happens in-game. Will this affect the RP community? No, why would it? I hide names, I don't mention them, I mention things by class, and that is it. Because, like, I'm aware, you know, especially off the back of, like, the Arthurs and Xeno things, that, you know, I can be under fire. Defaming other players, even the player in question is acting in a way that is offensive to others or performing an activity. Wait, where's the asterisk? Wait. Alright, whatever, moving on. Just a sub point. Oh. I see. Alright, well, it is what it is, I guess. Miss Ravenel, my friend, thank you for 4 months. Appreciate the love. Thank you, friend. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Excessively criticizing or condemning others, like such as you're bad at something, or you're not getting something at all, prohibited. I mean, it's just stating the truth, man. How do people get better? You tell them they need to get better. I'm bad. Yeah, just defame yourself. It is not a violation to offer advice when pointing out issues. However, it should be treated as advice only, not something that must be followed. But, like, what if it's, like, Savage or Ultimate, man? Like, where the expectation is that you fucking perform. I'm tempted to, like, even ask a GM in that case. Like... Told me I was fucking trash when I was. Yeah. It would be nice if people wouldn't be such massive fucking snowflakes. Call me trash? You're trash. So I can ban you. Wait, no, 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 I didn't mean it, I didn't mean it, I'll lick your feet. Oh, I'm just kidding. Cannot force someone to play a certain way without consent of both parties. If such a situation does arise, it could be determined as giving excessive criticism against that player. The following example, player A is excessively criticizing player B. If B is not asking for any advice, player A cannot force player B to play a specific way. You're doing this part wrong. I understand or try hard. You understand the mechanics? Want me to teach you? I do understand. I'm okay. You sure you understand? You keep on screwing up. I understand. I'm sorry. If you sure? If you don't, let me know, okay? I'm dragging this out for us. Like, this to me would have been... What? Why is this bannable? Okay, yeah, like, player A went on a bit, sure. Like, but they say, you sure if you don't let me know, okay? Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying that? Literally offering your hand to help. Yeah, maybe it's the persistence, but again, it just doesn't fucking... I don't know. I wouldn't tell the machine's doing this, you're wrong with the lineups mid-prog and worked around them. Something to do with you're not getting this mechanic at all. I don't know. Then belittle someone you can't do. Maybe this is just not possible for you. Maybe the root target was ridicule a specific player. Okay, yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, again, a lot of this doesn't solve the anxiety surrounding, like, trying to help people in PF. Like, I'm, like, you know, obviously my concern is of PF here. And, like, it doesn't, this doesn't make me feel any more confident. Like, alright. We'll try and, like, speed. There's a lot here, so we're gonna kind of try and speed through it a little bit. I don't want to be here forever. I do want to play the game at some point today. Okay, so alright, big pause no more here, so do it. I don't care what you think, just follow my instructions. I'm not asking for your opinion. Disregard the opinions of others. Right. Makes a big pause and no more here, so do it. What? It's not a violation to suggest one's own opinion or policy or to present a counter proposal to an opinion, such as following. You're trying to impose your place. Alright. Example of a violation. We can only beat by using something. You can't do it anywhere other way. I think you will go more smoothly, so I want to try doing it. Is that okay with everyone? Who has time to type that much? Holy fuck. Respond to your idea is ridiculous. I understand your opinion. Alright. Okay, so yeah, like, you can request people pull more. You're allowed to do that. But then, like, this is somewhat contradictory to this previous bit. Like, the problem is this contradicts the earlier points we just read. Because they basically said we couldn't do that already. It's important to include your reasoning. Okay, I mean, sure. It'd be great if you could focus on healing, because... Alright, so this is what everyone was doing. I'm in trouble! Where's that fucking meme? Hang on. Where's that fucking meme? It just reminds me of this. This is all I get from this. Oh, fucking Christ, man. Like, I don't know. Anyway. My overall problem with all of this is that, like, if someone just chooses to be a twat and not listen to you, like, that suddenly puts you in trouble rather than them for, like, being really ignorant. Like, that's the issue I have. Like, it's so, like, one-sided. It doesn't have consideration for, like, how someone, like, ignoring and being, like, really flippant with you is not okay. Hello, Vanille. How's it going? If you can't do that mechanic, maybe you shouldn't bother joining the party. If you're gonna talk that, why don't you just quit? Try and kick. Examples to try and kick. Yeah, so, like, once again. Once again, like, this is fucking ridiculous. So, like this is just beyond crazy. Like, don't join if your equipment is that bad, such a low item level. What? I'm sorry? They literally impose minimum item levels for content. Which you'd think is the counter to this, but, like, here's the reality, it's not. Don't join if eye level bad. We also might ban you for carrying it if it looks sus. Mental roulette night about to get real saucy. Oh man. I'm good, Vanille, thank you. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm just I'll probably upload, like, all this discussion to YouTube as well, by the way. That's still processing. I fucking hate it. Why is that still processing? Holy shit. I'm trying to upload my reaction to that video yesterday. Holy fuck. Anyway. Yeah, like, that's... this... Fuck off. This... Like, and like, this as well. Like, when you join a clear party and you don't know, like, the first fucking mechanic, saying this to them is completely fucking justified. What do you mean this is against ToS? I guess you just have to word it a different way. Be like, it'd be better for you to join a practice party, because then that doesn't like insinuate that they shouldn't be like raiding. So I'm starting to understand. No, I always understood why people were mad. I just didn't understand like why people were mad about something that was that was basically enforced like 2 years ago. Still, like, we all came to begrudgingly accept it. But like, including these examples has had the opposite effect, where it doesn't help relieve anxiety, it just makes it worse, because they're including literally anything that even reasonable people would say. God, the irony if I got fucking banned for, like, criticizing the TOS, dude. Can you imagine? Sure hope no one from Square Enix is watching right now. I'm a brand risk, they don't watch me, it's fine. I mean, sure, like, you know, there's not much point me fucking banging my head against it, it's just fucking dumb. Like, in a fucking raid scenario, you're expected to fucking perform and learn. Like, that's it. I've never condoned being outright toxic to people, but things like that aren't fucking toxic. That's a reasonable way to say, you shouldn't be in this party if you don't understand this. Fuck me. I hope this disease virus does the job. Like, nobody fucking says that, but like, okay, sure, like, yeah, it's a pretty fucked up thing to say. This is in the real world, is it important to be considerate of other players to maintain cordial relationships with public experiences? Who's disturbing the peace, having a lack of consideration? If a report has been filed and predicted activity is confirmed. Loosely established rules and guidelines for their own manners, morals, and etiquette. These community-specific rules and guidelines are not officially established in a unified set of rules. May differ from one community to another. What may be acceptable in one may be objectionable in another. There's a situation where a person repeatedly says was something that can be judged intentionally trying to disrupt the peace. A report can be made. Each data center will be judged based on social customs that data centers... Wait a sec. So does this mean that, like, despite all of this, like, they will consider things like language barriers and shit? Like, is that what they're saying? Like, this is... That is a statement. Right there. That is a fucking statement, man. So if I say something on stream with a mouthful of fucking tea and crumpets, will they consider it not offensive anymore because I have tea and crumpets in my mouth? I don't know, dude. That's a fucking statement right there. I don't know what that means, really. Alright, obstruction of play. My fuck, there's... Alright, we're actually kind of towards the end, a little bit. Oh, social customs is to be a... Maybe. Maybe. But this is why they hire GMs of, like, all languages, I think. You know, I'm trying to give them benefit of the doubt, chat. Like, I don't want to just sit here and hate on it. But they're making it really hard for me to not just sit here and hate on it. Like, like, I am trying. Alright, key point, don't instruct the other person's gameplay. Okay. Large-scale content, PvP, and so super may present a general course of action. Aggressive doesn't make sense, maybe attempt becomes frustrating bad. Okay. Sure, like spamming, like not, people don't spam anyway. Or if like, people do, but like people just ignore spammers anyway. Obstructing transit or progress. Man, like, how many people get banned on fucking patch days? Holy shit. Oh, wait, never mind. They just don't get loaded in anyway. Lamau. Nice game. It's sort of, it's not exactly the same humanoid entity, but like it's kind of the same for like Brits in some cases too. Like, I don't mean to like meme it, but like, you know, we British people banter with each other all the time. Like, it's just how we talk. Like, you know, it's. That's what's scary. It's like, you know, I want to be able to just be myself, man. But yeah, anyway, like doing that is just kind of being a cunt anyway. And I assume this includes, like, using trade to block someone from TPing as well, but you only really do that to friends anyway. So, whatever. If you don't call your mate a cunt, are you really mates? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point. Including initiating trades, yeah. Joining a recruitment party, finder immediately leaving, disbanding once the party has been formed. No more trade glitch. I mean, like, you only do this to friends anyway, though, right? Like, it's important to remember that, like, your friend isn't going to report you for doing that. They're just going to put on /busy and go. Like... You know, like, if you do that to random people, you're kind of being a dickhead anyway. I don't think it's really reportable either, but, like, why would you do that to random people that you don't know? It's just kind of weird. You know? Yeah, like, this party finder one, like, if you do that, you're a cunt anyway. Because, like, why waste people's fucking time? I talk a lot about, like, wasting people's time and why you shouldn't do it. Again, I don't think it's reportable. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not saying this stuff should be reportable. I think it's, like, you know, like, getting someone banned for it is a bit fucking stupid. Rob, thank you for 9 months, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome back. Enjoy your new sub badge. Attempting to impede a player's ability to use the Mog letterbox by sending numerous unwanted items or level. Okay, so mail bombing isn't allowed. Okay, got it. But they're on your friends list! So you're probably on, like, decent terms with them. So you're not gonna get reported for that anyway. You can only mail people on your friends list. I could understand this if you could just mail random, like, fucking Joe Blogs, who hangs out in Gradania with his cock out. Like, but you can't do that. Cock nip? Please don't nip my cock. Repeatedly sending friend request links and invites apart invitations even after being denied. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, this is just against, like, dick behavior. But again, like, it's just, this is the kind of shit you only do with friends. Yeah, I've been on the subject for a while, Rob. You've missed a fair bit. Okay. The act was found to be... Okay, yes. This is what people wanted me to see. Like, it's all about, you know, like, they always put this at the bottom. So, like... They're saying if you do any of this on stream as well, it's bannable. Okay, like that, yeah, like that's, again, like for some of these cases, like that's fucking scary, dude. Oh, anyway, okay, we went over that. Saying shocking gameplay using conduct, using actions during combat to cause another player to fall from platforms or field areas to incapacity. Man, E9S has been a fucking TOS risk for like the last year. Okay. Using manipulating enmity-related actions in an effort to incapacitate other players. Okay, so you can't shook people anymore. Well, never mind. It doesn't work anyway. Because tanks generate so much fucking aggro. Unless they don't have their stats on. Then who's at fault, huh? Still tank stack attack. I don't think, like, how do you get reported for this? So, like, do you have to, like, link evidence from the battle log? So, like, do you get reported for just making mistakes now? How do they prove it was on purpose? Wait, they even talk about it here. Simply perform the acts listed above will not be immediately result in a violation, as they could be caused into unintentional, be due to unintended circumstances. If it has been determined that it was done intentionally... How do you determine that? How do you determine that? I don't feel like you should you should, like, include things like this if you can't even, like, you know, reasonably find a way to prove if it was intentional or not. Okay, well, whatever. Chat? I mean, it would have to be chat, yeah. No more Corey shenanigans. Yeah, but this is the thing, Raver. Who's gonna report it in their group? Like, in the Nest group, why would they report each other? They wouldn't. Like, you know, they're all gonna be on the same side here. So I think it's a bit of a stretch. Some random watching the stream. Yeah, but you can't report on behalf of other people still. Remember that. You can't report on behalf of other people. On stream you can. I don't know, dude. Saren really milking the content. There's a lot to read, man. Don't call me out like this. I don't know, dude. Like, once again, like, I've been told before, you cannot report people on the basis of, like, someone else performing the thing, like, the problem. Like, you have to be the victim of the problem. It's not written anywhere here, I agree. But, like, when situations have occurred in the past for me, that is what the GMs have told me. Can't you raise a ticket to a GM to get a confirmation? I can do that, yeah. Or anyone can. If any of you want to, I gladly see the answer. You know, I don't think people can... Like, context matters. I'm surely. Like, maybe I'm just on copium, chat. Like, maybe I'm just fucking huffing the ass copium. But, like... Yeah, I don't think you can be offended for other people. Unless someone has said something, like, objectively offensive, obviously. But, like, I don't know. Refers to the act of dismissing a player in a way. Okay, like, that's not new. We knew that. I'll move on for now. But, like, you might be right, chat, at which point that's really fucking scary. But I don't know. Chat seems kind of divided on that one. I see why. It's just... I don't know. Alright. Intentional leaving or disconnection. Fuck mentor roulette. Occurs right when after entering a duty. Yep, like this happens in mentor roulette. Is that worthy of a ban? No, that's just funny. Occurs when progress was not going well in a duty. Again, like, how do you prove this? I guess you just have to say, like, my goldfish is drowning. Or my grandma's on fire. And then no one can report you anymore. Repeated occurrences, yeah. So, like, maybe that it just only happens if, you know, you keep doing it. They're talking about Alt F4s not leaving of duties. How do you prove that, though? Like, again, like, the proof issue is there. You know, like, I understand how easy it is to be overly cynical, chat. Like, I really do. I'm on your side here. It's just... I don't believe they can be that unreasonable. You know, I say that and it's hard to say it with a straight face, but I don't believe they can be that unreasonable. I mean, they can essentially do whatever they want, but... You know, I surely, like... You know, I feel like it might be best to, like, not psych ourselves out too hard. Running people for no reason for a whole evening. We've been over this, though. We've been over this, and they even addressed it on the forums because they knew it was a problem. Like, that was like an outlying case. And once again, I'll say it again, some of those people are advertising, like, strictly adult content in PF, and you're not allowed to do that. Like, this game is not an 18+ game, so, like, it's really not the same thing. So, okay, for several things, he has 2 young kids. Would he get banned? Don't know. Probably not. But I think, like, as long as you say something, like, it might be okay. Following a player for a long period of time is considered stalking. Active improper following, limited player follows in a particular location. Again, how do you confirm this? This is... Yeah, I've seen this image, and, like, that's... I still don't believe that's gonna, like, bypass anything. Like, again, like, if this... Proving it is hard, because you have to send, like, visual evidence. No, Hitman. I think, like, you just have to say something, or, like, you have to say something when you get back. But at that point, people are more liable to just kick you from the duty rather than report you. Like, it's so much less effort to just kick and replace you than it is to fucking... Like, send a full-on report about how you've gone AFK for a couple minutes. Alright, ranking manipulation. So, win trading. But this should always have been against ToS. That's just, yeah, that's literally just win trading. Each player has a different level of skill. It may be a situation due to content will fail. From the perspective of a skilled player, such as a less skilled player may appear to be adversarial, uncooperative, or apathetic. It's not a violation as long as the player is playing appropriately. Following types of situation, following the act of giving advantage to the enemy. I don't want to heal because there's a player I don't like in the group. I don't think we can clear this anyway, so I'll just keep by them and go AFK. We're going to join the opposing team as they do nothing as some of my friends need to come in the P. Okay. I mean, alright. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is kind of combating, like, this is like the other side of the coin. Like, if it's proven that someone is just griefing, then, like, they can also be reported. Advertising offers to help clear content. Okay, yeah, we've seen this. We've been over that. We've been over that. Purchasing of the intent, yes. Like, housing markets have never been, like, on, like, okay. You're not allowed to do that. MPK. Fuck, I can't kill sprouts of S ranks anymore. Fuck. fraud, okay. So, like, you're not allowed to be a loot ninja, I guess. Okay. Impersonation. Yeah, I had a friend who got jailed for having their name as customer service before. And they were told to change their name in case people were fooled into thinking they were actual customer service. True story, by the way. Behavior that disrupts. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So it's the use of third-party programs or tools that disrupt the balance of the game. Third-party programs that permit automated or absentee player prohibited. Only the following out to between modifying, analyzing, integrating, or reverse engineering game software or data, creating, distributing, using, or promoting utilities that interact with the game. Yeah, so you're just not allowed to promote it. Having it on my stream isn't promoting it. That's fine. Okay. RMT is against TOS. Don't need to go over this. Yeah, like, if you do this, you're fucking weird. Stop it. Like, actually just fucking stop. Misuse of bugs, yeah. Ignoring GM instructions. Yeah. Account sharing, yeah. Alright, so, like, once again, overall, like, a lot of this isn't actually new. But the clarifications... The clarifications is, like, not comforting. Paper crying around a sign is blocking the sign. Can you get them banned? If you can prove that they're doing it on purpose, yes. Now do the ban points. I mean, I went over this, kind of. Alright, but I mean, I guess we're going back there now. Here we go. Count penalties, yeah. Types of penalties. 6, caution warning, temporary, 3-day, 10-day, 20-day, and termination. Caution, yeah, I've had one of these, and I've had one of these. Okay. Yeah, none of that is new. The penalty points is the new bit. Alright, 10 penalty points for obscene indecent. Despite another 5, there's 15 will be issued on their account. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, this is fair, you know. It's like NDA shit. Accumulation to penalties. Player receive 15 points, and new violation of 10. The latest penalty will be based on the total sum of 25. Both the penalty and accrued points will be recorded on their account. Yeah. Possible. Caution or warning penalty is assumed. Okay. Yeah, so it's just saying we add the points up, or we can count better than you. Alright. I mean, like, if you got banned for 3 days on your first offense, then, you must have fucked up pretty bad. Because it just means they gave you a bunch of points without even, like, you know. Like, we knew this, chat. Like, Arthur's got banned for 10 days on his first offense. Like, that's how bad they thought it was. That's how many points you got. Like... we know they don't go through the motions. Like, they give you whatever the fuck they want. Alright. If a significant amount of time has passed since the last penalty was issued, then accrued penalty points may be reduced based on the content of the previous penalty and the actual number of days that have passed. This does not mean that penalty points will suddenly reset to 0. Instead, they will decay in proportion to the number of days elapsed. Previously issued penalty was either a caution or warning. Accrued penalty points will continue to decay until it reaches 0 in a 1 to 2 year period. Alright, so this basically means, chat, I'm at 0. I'm fucking saved. Let's go! I'm at 0 again. However, previously issued penalties of temporary service account suspension and prohibited points will not start to continue a 3 to 6 year period has passed and will not reach 0 points for a minimum of 7 to 10 years. That is something, man. That is something. 7 to 10 years. The game's not even been out for 7 to 10 fucking years. Holy shit. God damn. It's been out for 10 years. No, I was gonna say, like, isn't it just technically 8 years? It's technically 8, right? I don't think they're counting 1.0, surely. Can you... Bruh! I'm spamming! The noise! I don't know who it was, I didn't see. Count from 2001 because 11 is also on the same account. Lamau. Imagine. Yeah, I mean, like, okay. Can you get a reappeal? I think you can appeal bans, yeah. Account termination. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's not new. Alright, so we've reached the end. Where was the clause that told me I wasn't allowed to use ACT on stream? I kept seeing that getting mentioned, but I didn't see anything here. You dismissed it? Where was it? This is kind of important. How many amount of points you've collected? You can GDPR in Europe. Behavior line. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't say that they are... This isn't new, though. This has always been there. Yeah, this isn't new. This has always been there. And, like, they've literally said since then, just don't be a prick with it and it's alright. That is enough to enforce if they start looking at streams. Yes, but, like, they already look at streams. I mean, no, it does analyze game data. It literally reads, like, the battle log. Like, AC, like, passing does fall under this category. Like, don't get me wrong. It does. But in nowhere, like, nothing's changed here. Like, I'm not convinced on that one, chat. I'm not. Because, like, this has always been there. And this is not saying, they've not even explicitly stated in this scenario that, like, having it on stream is prohibited either. I mean, like, it's prohibited by default, but they don't care as long as you're not, you know, using it to, like, abuse people. I don't know. I think people can calm a little bit here. I don't think, I don't think you have to worry here. I'm not gonna worry for now, if that makes you feel better. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong to be like that, but they are acutely aware that of its importance for raiding. Don't forget that TOS is also like a PR thing. It's there because it has to be. Not because they enforce every single instance of it. All the time. Like, of course they're gonna say this, but whether they enforce it or not is definitely, you know, always been up for debate. And they've, you know, they've pretty much spelled it out for us. Like, we can use it as long as we're not using it to break TOS. But anyway, like, that's kind of all I have to say about the TOS. We've been through all of it. Like, overall, yeah, it doesn't solve the anxiety issue. It does the opposite, in fact. But I do appreciate their will to, like, clarify things. It's just not very comforting, because... fucking yikes. It just seems like... You know, it depends how much they enforce that point of, like, culture, right? That's how much it really kind of, like... That's the game changer here. How much they consider that. Also this. Like... people griefing. But yeah, overall, like, some of it is good. Like, some of it is good, but a lot of it is just clarifying how bad it actually was. Which concerns me greatly. But, if for anyone who may be by the off chance concerned about, like, the stream content and shit, I'm not changing the stream content. Like, the stream content is not gonna change until I'm forced to change it. So, like, you know, like, this stream is not suddenly gonna become a cuddle box. So, right, don't worry. Like, nothing is changing on this stream. Like, I'm not scared by it. To me, this just clarifies what we already knew. It's just a real shame that, like, they're really, like, doubling down on allowing people to get away with dumbass shit. What is this? We were just looking at the TOS changes, and I've spent like an hour and a half doing it, so I should probably move on now before I send people to sleep. New cock? Yo, new cock, please. I've been wanting one of those for ages. But yeah, I don't know, man. Can you link them, please? Sure, yeah. Where was that article? I'll just give you the article. That's not what I wanted. Hang on. Here we go. This is the article that goes over it, but read the TOS as well. I'll say it one last time. Like, the TOS is not really changing. The TOS hasn't really changed much. A lot of this we already knew. It's just the clarifications aren't very comforting. I'll focus on healing if I'm in trouble. Should make a command for that. NeroXy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from the TOS now. Of course, we can still talk about it, but I'm not gonna sit here reading it anymore. I've spent a long time sat here reading it. I might upload the whole segment to YouTube if people came in late and wanted to hear me talk about it. But yeah.